For this project, I'm using 5-ply cotton yarn, and for the hook, you can either use a 3mm or 3.5mm crochet hook. You will also need scissors, a needle, and some stitch markers, and lastly, eyes and glue. For the eyes, I used 8mm sized eyes, and since I'm using like these kinds of eyes, I will need like this glue to stick on my project. And lastly, you will also need some stuffing. Now let's start making a leg. Please make a magic ring first, and I will be using blue yarn to show you as an example because you won't be able to see white stitches in the camera. After that, chain one like this and remove the ring from your fingers. And let's start round one. For round one, you will have to make 8 single crochets into the magic ring. So to make a single crochet, insert your hook into the ring, pull the yarn. Now you got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops and you made 1 single crochet. For round 1, you will have to make a total of 8 single crochets into the magic ring. After 8 single crochets, pull the tail and the ring will be closed. And now we can move on to round 2. To start round 2, insert your hook into the first single crochet that you made in round 1. Insert your hook like this and make a single crochet. And this is the very first single crochet of round 2, so put a stitch marker on that stitch. For round 2, you will have to make 8 single crochets, and that means you will have to make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch that you made in round 1. So just repeat making 1 single crochet in every stitch until you reach the stitch marker. When you reach the stitch marker, round 2 is finished, and make the first stitch for round 3, and also for round 3 you will just have to make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. Don't forget to put a stitch marker back after making the first stitch of round 3. And just like this, you will just have to repeat making single crochet in every stitch, also for round 4 and round 5. Here, this is what it looks like after round 5. To finish this leg, chain 1 and cut the yarn. And then we will make 3 more legs using the same pattern, which is round 1 to round 5. But for the 4th leg, please don't cut the yarn because we will continue making the body. Here all 4 legs are finished and the blue one is the 4th one. And now I will continue making the body with the 4th leg. So after round 5, let's start round 6, chain 2, and then grab 1 leg and insert a hook into any stitch you want. Just insert your hook like this, and then make a single crochet. So pull the yarn and make a single crochet. After that, put a stitch marker on that stitch. Now continue making single crochet in every stitch, and you will get a total of 8 single crochets on this leg. Now I finished making 8 single crochets on this leg, and here this is the tail of the magic ring from this leg, and you can put it inside like this using your scissors, And now let's continue making the body. This time make 3 chains, and then grab another leg and insert your hook into any stitch you want. After that, continue making 8 single crochets on this new leg. So when you finished making 8 single crochets, chain 2 and grab the last leg and make 8 single crochets on this leg. Now we finished making single crochets on each leg except the 4th one. So to finish this, make 3 chains and make 8 single crochets on this blue leg. Now I remove the stitch marker and put it on this stitch, the first chain, and this will become the new starting point of the next round. So continue making single crochets until you reach that stitch marker. After 8 single crochets, we reach the stitch marker, so remove it and let's start a new round. Don't forget to put a stitch marker back after making the first stitch of round 7. For round 7, we will just make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. While you are making those stitches and when you reach the chain 2 space or chain 3 space, just insert your hook into the chain and make a single crochet on that chain. So here, like this. If there are 2 chains, you will have to make 2 single crochets in total, and if there are 3 chains, you will have to make 3 single crochets in total. On the legs, just make 1 single crochet in every stitch. So here, when you reach the leg, just make 1 single crochet in each stitch as usual. So just repeat making single crochet in each and every stitch until you reach the start, and you will get a total of 42 stitches. Also for round 8 and 9, you will just have to repeat making 1 single crochet in each and every stitch, and there will be a total of 42 stitches in each round. So this is what it looks like after round 9, and for round 10 we will start making the decrease stitches. So remove the stitch marker, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull the yarn, insert your hook into the second stitch and pull the yarn. Now you got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops and you made 1 decrease stitch. I will also show you how to make another way of decrease stitch. So for this way, you will have to insert your hook into the next front loops, the next 2 front loops like this, and then make a single crochet, pull the yarn through those loops and make a single crochet, and this is also a decrease stitch. So repeat making decrease stitch until you reach the stitch marker, and there will be a total of 21 stitches. Please notice that you can use any kinds of decrease stitch. After round 10, fill inside the legs using fiber fill-ins and your scissors. You will have to push the stuffing inside the leg using the scissors like this. Please put a lot in the legs so the legs will be stiff and hard After stuffing, let's continue the last round. For this round, make 1 single crochet, and then after that, a decrease stitch for the next 2 stitches. Make a decrease stitch as usual. After the decrease stitch, you will have to repeat this pattern again. So make 1 single crochet into the next stitch and a decrease stitch next. So repeat this pattern, which is 1 single crochet and a decrease stitch for 7 times in total, or repeat this pattern until you reach the stitch marker. So when you finish the last round, leave alone tool for sewing and grab your darning needle, and let's start sewing this round 11. To sew this round, just insert your needle in and out of the stitches, and then at the end just pull the yarn and it will be closed. After sewing, don't forget to secure the yarn and also weave in the ends. To weave in the ends, just leave this thread inside the body. Now let's continue making the belly. First, make a slip knot. And then insert your hook into a stitch between the legs. After that, attach the yarn to the hook and pull it like this and make 1 chain. After that, make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. For the belly, I think it would be difficult to get the same number of stitches like me, so just single crochet each and every stitch around until you reach the stitch marker. On the legs, you will have to make single crochet like this. I think you can only make 2 single crochets on one leg. Here like this. For round 2, we will just decrease all the stitches. So just make decrease stitches until you reach the start. When you finished making this round, don't forget to fill inside the body. And when you fill inside, please put a lot so the body will be in shape. And then leave alone tool for sewing, and let's sew this belly. Also for this part, you can use the sewing method that you use to sew the back. And when you finish sewing, don't forget to secure the thread and hide it inside the body. Here, this is what my white cat's body looks like. And now I will show you how to crochet the head. Firstly, make a magic ring. And again, I will use blue yarn to show you as an example. After making the magic ring, make 6 single crochets into that ring. After 6 single crochets, pull the tail and the ring will be closed. And let's start round 2. To start round 2, make the first single crochet and put the stitch marker on that stitch. According to the pattern of round 2, you will have to make increase stitch in every stitch. And for the increase, you will have to make 2 single crochets together in one stitch. So here I made 2 single crochets together and this becomes an increase stitch. Let's move on to the next stitch. Make 1 single crochet and another one in the same stitch. So for round 2, just repeat making increase stitches in every stitch, and when you reach the start, there will be a total of 12 single crochets. So now I finished round 2, remove the stitch marker and let's start round 3. Make the very first stitch for round 3 and put the stitch marker back again. For the pattern of round 3, you will have to make an increase stitch into the second stitch. So make 2 single crochets together in the second stitch. After that, make 1 single crochet into the next stitch and an increase stitch in the next stitch. So you will have to repeat this pattern, which is 1 single crochet and an increase stitch. Repeat this until you reach the start and there will be a total of 18 stitches. For round 4, you will have to make the increase stitch in every third stitch. So for the first 2 stitches, just make 1 single crochet each, and in the third stitch, make an increase stitch. And again, you will have to repeat this pattern. So make single crochets in the next 2 stitches and an increase stitch into the third stitch. So just repeat making increase stitches in every third stitch and you will get a total of 24 stitches when you reach the start. For round 5, make single crochet in each stitch for 3 times, and in the 4th stitch you will have to make an increase stitch. So now I finished making 3 single crochets and now I am at the 4th stitch, so make an increase stitch. Then you will have to repeat this pattern. So make single crochet each in the next 3 stitches and make an increase stitch into the 4th stitch. Repeat this pattern until you reach the start and there will be a total of 30 stitches. After round 5, you will have to make round 6, 7 and 8, and for those 3 rounds you will just have to repeat making single crochet in each and every stitch. So for round 6, 7 and 8, just repeat making single crochet in each and every stitch. You will get like this after round 8, like a tiny ball. And let's start round 9. Remove the stitch marker and put it on the first stitch of round 9. Then in the next 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet each. So now I finished making 3 single crochets, and then after that make a decrease stitch next. Then you will have to repeat this pattern, so make 3 single crochets, which is 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So after 3 single crochets, make a decrease stitch. Repeat this until you reach the stitch marker, and you will get a total of 24 single crochets. When you reach the stitch, remove the stitch marker and let's start round 10. Make the first single crochet and put the stitch marker on that stitch, and make the second single crochet in the second stitch, and then a decrease stitch next. So for round 10, you will have to make single crochet for 2 times first and then a decrease stitch next. For those who are using safety eyes, please insert them now between round 7 and 8, and between those 2 eyes there must be 2 or 3 stitches. For the size, you can use either 8mm or 10mm size. For me, I will stick the eyes after I finish sewing the ears. Also, don't forget to repeat the pattern of round 10. And for round 11, make 1 single crochet and decrease stitch. Repeat this pattern for 6 times and you will get a total of 12 stitches. And now I will show you the last round. For this last round, you will just have to make decrease stitches for 6 times. Also, don't forget to fill inside the head when you finish round 11 or 12. When you finished making 6 decreases, please leave a long tail for sewing. Now I will show you how to make the ears. Again, make a magic ring, and this time you will have to make 4 single crochets into the magic ring. Don't forget to pull the tail after 4 single crochets, and then we will start round 2. To start round 2, make the first single crochet on the first single crochet of round 1, and don't forget to put a stitch marker on that stitch. For round 2, you will have to make an increase stitch into every stitch. So repeat making 2 single crochets together in 1 stitch for 4 times, and there will be a total of 8 single crochets. When you finished round 2, push the first round upwards like this so the ear will be pointy and it will be a little bit easier to crochet. And for round 3, you will have to make 1 single crochet and an increase stitch into the second stitch. Repeat this pattern for 4 times and you will get a total of 12 single crochets. So what you have to do is repeat making increase stitches in every second stitch. For round 4, repeat making 1 single crochet in each and every stitch, and there will be a total of 12 single crochets. If you prefer small cat ear, then you can stop making at round 3 and leave a long tail for sewing. After that, please sew the last round like this, so it will be a little bit easier when you sew the ears on the head. Don't forget to make the second ear, repeating round 1 to 3 or round 1 to 4. This is how I sew the ear on the head. You can use any kinds of sewing ways you want. And also here, this is how I sewed the head on the body. Whenever you finished sewing, don't forget to secure the thread and hide it inside the body. For the tail, make a magic ring first, and then for round 1, make 6 single crochets. Then from round 2 to 7, make single crochet in each and every stitch. Then leave a long tail for sewing. The pattern of the tail is also similar to the pattern of the leg, but only the stitch number and the round number will be different. Now I will show you how to add the face details of the cat. I would like to recommend you to use sharp needle, not like this tapestry needle, and also a fine thread, so the details will be a lot finer and cleaner. After embroidering, I just tied these two tails together and hide them inside the cat's head. Now I will show you an example of adding whiskers and the nose. And here, this is what the final result looks like. And now the tutorial is finished. I hope you will be able to make your own cute cats. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give a big thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button so I can upload more in the future. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. And with that being said, see you all in my next video. Bye bye!